Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Bills on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Tonight we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, this is a contest truly worthy, I guess you would say, of calling it a showdown. We have the league's #1 passing game going up against the league's #1 pass defense. Time to decide which of the league's best is truly supreme.
And for fans who love this game, who follow the NFL, matchup like this in the regular season can't really get any better, can it? And I know it's only the regular season, but the intensity that I'm feeling so far, already like a playoff atmosphere.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Right to the air is Burrow. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Oh, what a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, this defense for the Bills, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
11.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 8 catches, 124 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Partner, do we still count this as the holiday season?
A little bit of a gray area, but I think you can.
Okay, well, we just passed it, right? Well, the gifts keep coming to our guy, don't they?
They do.
I mean, think about this now. Clinch the playoff spot. Offensive player of the week in Week 16. I think he's going to keep going. I think he's going to keep firing away. I don't think they pull back at all.
Yeah, and everybody for them rounding into form right now. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. Throwing now is Allen. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go right back to Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jay Tufele able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. First down, here's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down. Burrow, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Bass on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands, because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
It felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. Kyler Murray, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Hunter Renfrow, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On second down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Singletary here running out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills have broken the tie. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And some room to work. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now it's Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here we go. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. On 2nd and 10, Burrow over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Bengals a first down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 1st down, here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end, that's Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Trent Taylor from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flag to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
That is complete downfield to Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing is Allen. Steps away. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bills, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.